Hi, everyone. We are excited to get started here today. We have Tracy Winter, a senior partner account manager with ClickDimensions, here to share some insight with us. Just to get started, we're going to touch a little bit on Betach solutions. So Betach started in 2003. We are a gold solution provider. Our focus is primarily in Western Canada, with clients into Eastern Canada and across the globe in Jamaica. Our four main verticals are being in Calgary, the energy industry is a big focus, as well as field ticketing, field services. We've done work in education space as well as professional services. So if anyone would like to know more about what we have done and how that might apply to your business, our contact information is at the end of the presentation. So at this point, I'm going to pass it off to Tracy, and we're going to dive into ClickDimensions and the lead to loyalty process. So thank you very much, and the floor is over to you, Tracy.
Good. All right. Can you hear me just fine?
Yep, you're coming in loud and clear.
Perfect. Okay. So Marketing 2.0. So I'm going to start off with just some basics and everything. Thank you so much for taking the time to let me show you marketing automation throughout the entire buying cycle. I just kind of want to go through a couple of high points and then we'll kind of jump right in. So in my role at ClickDimensions, I encounter quite a few different myths about marketing automation. The three myths you see here are the most common, and I think they help explain what marketing automation is as much as what it is not. So without a doubt, experience a new age of marketing led by a new breed of marketers using a new set of marketing tools. Today, the modern marketer is so in tune into what they want to use for marketing technology that they often have earmarks in the IT budget. Today's a marketer is a power user of technology tools like CRM, BI tools, data systems. They have a lot of capabilities across the board. And they track and maintain record of every interaction to fully report on ROI. In their world, it's about generating, qualifying, and nurturing prospects, along with closing opportunities and being able to provide analysis of metrics that actually matter in order to make dollars and cents out of that data. So how can you do this? How can you join us in the new age of marketing? The answer to that is marrying dynamic CRM with ClickDimensions to provide you with the technology that allows you to be successful with modern marketing. So to kick off things, I'm going to briefly go through ClickDimensions and marketing automation, some fun facts you may not be aware of, and then I'll go through some features and how they can be applied throughout the buying cycle, and close with some fun live environment features and Q&A. I'll admit there's a lot of slides, but I'll try to get through them as fast as possible. The live environment is always the most fun part, so I want to make sure that we can touch on a lot of that and be able to really see what the tool can do. For those of you that don't know what ClickDimensions is a closed-loop email marketing and marketing automation solution that sits inside Dynamic CRM. It does not work as a standalone solution. It was built 100% for the marketing needs of a Dynamic CRM user. I'm going to power through these slides as quick as possible, so feel free to chat in and ask to slow down if needed. Marketing automation features can vary by platform. This slide shows the breadth of functionality that you have at your fingertips using this application. I'll go through a lot of these features throughout the presentation. As you can see here, there are a lot more to marketing automation than just emails. I'll show you how you can put all of these individual features together to create a full automation. A lot of it is delivery, interaction throughout activities, analyzing the data. There's a lot to automation. So you want to make sure that you can utilize each individual feature independently, as well as combining them all together. A couple of tips or some stats. The internet and social media have changed buyer behavior, which has in turn changed how companies market and sell. With information readily available, buyers are now in a power position than ever before. They expect more relevant, personalized, timely communications from brands. So the first one here, 10 marketing-driven touches to revenue generating, meaning you really need to stay in front of them multiple times before they're even looking to buy. 22% longer sales cycle. everyone within the company is part of the buying cycle and buying process. So you need to be able to direct your communications accordingly. Each individual department, title, everything, they're all going to be different. So the messaging that you're giving needs to be directed as needed. 79% leads never convert. A salesperson is going to target what's hot, and sometimes those in the early buying cycle get left behind and soon forgotten. Marketing automation technology allows companies to meet those expectations by nurturing prospects until they're ready to buy, better engaging existing customers, and aligning sales and marketing, all while streamlining and marketing processes and tasks for greater efficiency and increased revenues. First one, CMO's marketing automation to increase revenue and get higher quality leads. That's an easy stat. Companies that implement marketing automation report higher levels of collaboration between sales and marketing. So that takes a little bit more thought. So keep in mind, CRM solutions are not cheap, and marketing does a lot of work to generate interest in the company and solutions, their brand. So to have sales not only use the data, but be excited to use the data is fantastic. Business and organizations of all sizes in every industry benefit from marketing automation. While the technology was used in the past primarily for large companies, the rate of adoption by small and mid-sized businesses is absolutely increasing. We have customers with very few users. It might be the CEO that's also creating the marketing materials and sending it out, or at least creating those marketing materials for a marketer to send out, and then CEO is back to following up on the leads. Having something more automated makes things much easier. A larger company is going to need a lot more automation because they're having a larger customer base. So it's working on both ends. From awareness to retention and loyalty, a marketing automation solution can help organizations with their sales, marketing, and customer retention initiatives throughout the buying cycle. I'm going to take a closer look at what is happening at each stage of the cycle, your organization's objectives, and some ideas for how marketing automation can be used for each phase to make a big impact on your business. So from awareness all the way to retention. Starting with awareness. So I've got a few slides for each area. This stage of the buying cycle, prospects are just becoming aware of a need that they have, and they're unsure of where to turn for a solution. It's important for you to make buyers aware of your brand and stay top of mind so your company is on the radar when they do decide to make a purchase. Out of sight, out of mind. If you forget about them, they're going to forget about you. But you also don't want to scare them away with high-pressure sales tactics. You simply need to start a conversation with an interested individual. There are a lot of marketing activities that you do to drive awareness. Social media, online advertising, your company's own website, or other marketing channels can be used to attract the attention of new leads. Once you've attracted them, you need to capture their information. Landing pages and forms are great tools for allowing prospects to provide their contact information and opt in to receive emails. Castle compliance for those of you wondering. We have a fully developed subscription management feature within the solution. I'll touch on that a little bit more later. Using ClickDimensions, when someone submits a form, they're automatically entered into CRM as a new leader contact in real time. And then you can see right within their contact record which forms they have filled out. So you'll be able to see all of their interaction with all of the forms in one area. Once you have that information about a lead in Dynamics 365, you can then add contacts and leads to a campaign automation that provides more information about your company's products or services through different types of activities or through different types of material. So videos, blog articles, brochures, any type of content. This helps ensure that your business is top of mind when a prospect is ready to make a purchase. This is great because you can do this without having to remember to manually send those follow-up emails. You've made them aware. Now they're actively researching you along with all of your competitors. Buyers today spend a lot of time doing research and typically spend the most amount of time in this phase of the buying cycle. While they are shopping around and investigating potential solutions to their business problem, your company should be educating them on how your product or service can solve that problem. Individuals typically aren't ready to buy immediately. By using marketing automation, you can keep these leads warm while sales focuses on that hotter leads. Consider the example campaign automation for a real estate brokerage on this slide. So in this campaign, they're targeting people that have that they know aren't ready to buy a home right away, and they're nurturing them with the newest listings within their area, home buying tips, community info, and more. So this way you can send email messages that educate prospects on how your business can solve the problem that they face. By providing this information they need, your organization becomes a trusted resource. You're not that high sales from day one, or high pressure sales from day one. You can also utilize dynamic content to insert information from a prospect's CRM record to create a customized email experience. Think of mail merge with Word and Excel, but on steroids. All right, time to buy. The evaluation stage is where the rubber meets the road. They have narrowed down their choices to a few options and are evaluating possible vendors. At this point, businesses need to build credibility and trust with prospects while overcoming any objections. You need to answer a key question in their mind. Why should they go with your company over the competition? It's all about creating differentiators. You want to show why your company organization is offering superior to your competitors. Case studies, demos, white papers, testimonials, all of that content that we talked about earlier, this is what you're going to use to build that case for your product and services. With marketing automation, you can accomplish these objectives with a campaign automation or through one-off emails. Either way, in this critical time, you want to ensure that your messages are being received. They're opened, they're engaged. You can view all of the statistics. What are they interested in? What catches their eyes? Their answers are easily solved with reporting throughout all of your activities, and then available in real time to both marketing and sales. This is what I'm really going to show you in the live environment. Marketing automation can also help you gather intelligence about your prospects as they visit your websites. You can easily determine their interest and more effectively market and sell to them. Using the web intelligence feature in ClickDimensions, organizations can see right within a CRM evaluation every page a prospect has viewed on their website, helping them more effectively target these individuals and better understand the journey from lead to customer. This is the fun stuff. So I can look at any of my contacts and see where they're interested in, what they've researched on the website, down to their browser and operating system. This is really good information directly for a salesperson. During the purchase phase, prospects have become customers. So it's your mission to help them make that final decision. Buying incentives like free trials, coupons, they can all help there. And then provide services after the sale. So ensuring the customers have a successful start with your organization. We personally use onboarding campaigns. They're great. They're very common in this phase of the buying cycle and can positively impact the customer experience. In this example specifically, we can see how a financial institution might onboard a customer using a welcome message that also verifies the customer's received the debit card. This type of campaign can also help organizations discover which new customers need additional personal attention. In this case, if the customer clicks on a link to indicate they have not received their debit card, they're assigned a user who can follow up and personally assist with the customer with their issue. If they're clicking on every link in every email you send in a desperate attempt to, really fully understand what they purchased, you can reach out ahead of time early before any possible issues. Or even better yet, they could just really love what they're seeing and looking for other products and services that you have. I briefly mentioned earlier subscription management within ClickDimensions. Not only does it help you to comply with Canada's anti-spam laws, it can also help make a good first impression, as well as increase new customer satisfaction. So by allowing customers to select the types of communications they want, this improves their customer experience, but also helps reduce the global unsubscribes for your organization. A few more slides, I promise. I'm sorry, but these are very important. These are how you're going to keep your customers loyal. So marketing automation isn't just for marketing. While it's traditionally thought of as a tool for lead generation and nurturing, it can equally be as effective when used in the retention loyalty phase of the buying cycle. So this stage is all about keeping your existing customers happy and engaged and building loyalty with your brand. After all the hard work it takes to earn a customer's business, a customer retention campaign can help ensure that you keep it too. So a marketing automation system like ClickDimensions can help you create all of the elements of your campaign. So campaign automation, emails, forms, etc. And in ClickDimensions, all of the marketing activities link to a campaign record. So that way you can allowing you to measure the success of your efforts. Surveys are another marketing automation feature that can be tied in with a campaign or used on its own with the retention and loyalty phase of the buying cycle to get to know your customers' interests better and gauge their level of satisfaction with your organization. So this can help with making needed changes or identifying problems before they result in lost customers. With ClickDimensions, when a customer completes a survey, all of the responses are linked to their record in Dynamics 365, and this goes across all of the different features with ClickDimensions. Any interaction that you see can be linked directly or will be linked directly to their contact record so you can see everything in one area. So that's it for the slides. I'm actually going to jump in and show exactly how that works. So first I want to show you the real-time interaction. So this specifically is the ClickDimensions website. We have a lot of content. So I had mentioned earlier white papers, case studies, all of these things on your website, things you're sending out. This is content we have on our website. This is an ebook that we have on the website. We have quite a few of them on there. In order to receive the ebook, it's free. You have to fill in a simple form. This is a ClickDimensions form. So I've pre-filled the information so I don't have to write it all out. And then we're going to click on Get the Book. So once they have clicked on Get the Book, they filled out the form, you're going to receive an email right away with that information. It's going to update, so thank you for requesting. We even have a small landing page you can call. We have a follow-up action right here, but they're going to receive an email with that landing page. So if we go into CRM, so this is Dynamics CRM 2016 online. This is our live environment. I'm actually going to go into my contact record since I just filled out that ebook form. So if I go in into my contact record, we can see here, once it loads, we can see here my interaction. So first of all, you're going to see your basic contact information. This is my contact record in CRM, so the basics that you know of today. But we've also have a lot of the information from ClickDimensions we've added to our form at the top here. So if I go into my posted forms under my contact record, it's going to show all of the forms that I have filled out throughout my history with ClickDimensions. So as you can see here, the ebook form that I've just filled out is in here, real time. I hit submit, you're going to see that information. If I click on the ebook or I click on the campaign or my name, this is going to be directed to those individual records. So the ebook is going to go to the campaign ebook. The form is going to go to my form and all of the submissions for that form. So there's a lot of way to view this information. If I change the data, so I can see the different page views, I can see my posted fields, surveys. We talked a lot of these individual features independently, but you can see how they're all tracked under the contact record. So if I want to see all of the sent emails that I've ever received from ClickDimensions, I can view this sent email, say I received the book, and I can see that what I've opened and clicked on. So I can see my overall opens, my clicks, my scoring. One thing I didn't go through with the slides was lead scoring. So all of the interaction that your customers have with all all of your activities. So your emails, your landing pages, your website, your forms, they're all receiving scores. And those scores are all being tallied up under the contact, and then they actually get combined under multiple contacts for an account or an organization so that you can see a total combined score. But you can see how we've detailed under the individual contact and the different capabilities for each one. So to view this more holistically, so let's look at the emails, statistics, and everything that we send out, because contact level is great. And for a salesperson, the details under each contact to see exactly what they're interested in is fantastic. But I'm going to show you more details of that in a little bit. For marketing, though, this is where we can see more global statistics. So I'm going to go to the email stats. This is actually our ClickDimensions April newsletter. So everything I'm showing you today in our live environment is out of the box ClickDimensions. So this report, this statistics report, you're going to receive as soon as you hit send with any email that you send out through ClickDimensions in Dynamic CRM. So as soon as you hit send, you'll be able to go to your statistics report, and you can see this. So the first tab, Overview, is going to be your overall performance. High-level information, your interaction, your bounce rate, your deliverability. You can see the details behind each. Your next tab, Email Clients. So this is great information to show your top email clients and devices they've used to open the email. So you can see where everybody is falling there. And then desktop versus mobile, what are people using, how are they opening it? Great when you're building out your templates. Do you need to make sure that all of your templates are mobile responsive? Our templates are mobile responsive, so that way you can make sure that they're going to be able to be viewed on a mobile device. Conversions, so we have emails delivered, unique clickers, and unique opens. The reason we're really tracking the unique is the individual people versus the amount of times they've opened. So it's great to know how many total opens or total clicks we have within a campaign. But if we look at my record here, you can see like this March newsletter, I've opened 50 times. That's great and amazing. But when you want to look at the overall statistics, you want to see how many unique people have opened them or clicked on them. Our Click Report, this is a great tool. It's a little more of your Excel spreadsheet type view. It's going to give you a look at all of the links. So of course our newsletter has a lot of links within. These are all the links that we have within the newsletter, and then I can see the unique clicks versus total. So this is where you can see the difference between those. If I were to click on any one of these links, so this first, I've had it open a little too long. So if we looked at the link, it's actually going to give you the full recipients who have clicked on this link. Whoops. If we go to our heat map, the heat map actually shows me a view of the newsletter. So this is the actual newsletter that we sent out, and it's going to give you the percentage of what people are clicking throughout your newsletter. So we can see what people are interested in visually, instead of looking at the numbers across the board. And then, of course, social shares, you can see if it's actually being shared throughout. And then the only one I missed is recipients. You can actually see the recipients that received your newsletter, their overall opens and clicks. Again, you can click on a name to view their specific data. So this is the first statistics report that we can view, very individual for the email. So when you send out your email, you're going to see all of these individual statistics, and then you can dive in. So if we want to go to the email send that was sent out, this newsletter send, we could actually look at our bounce rate. So if something was a hard bounce versus a soft bounce, we want to know what the message was, how many were invalid recipients versus how many were bounced because it was an invalid email. We could absolutely look at all of those messages brought back in, so we can see the details by each individual email. If they're clicking on links, so we saw we had a lot of clicks throughout our email event, we could actually go to either clicking any of these to see who they are, or we can look at our overall visits. So these are all of the visits coming to the website. So I had mentioned earlier we're tracking all of the information, our landing pages, our visits. These are my specific contacts that have visited the website in the last 90 days. Now we track, you can build reports and views by contact, by user, by any campaign, anything that you want to. Or you can just view everyone coming in real time. So we can see those that are coming in, the active visits, very raw data of everyone coming in to the website right now. So you can see these are all coming in. We're tracking the IP, we're tracking all the information, we're tracking all these details down to the browser and operating system like I mentioned earlier. And then we're tracking the amount of time they're spending on each page, how many pages they go to, and everything. This is a lot of great data, but for a marketing person, what's even more beneficial is really viewing the reports, the views that you can build out. So this is where marketing can really show the ROI or view the ROI per campaign. So with all of the activities that you're doing, your different emails, your different landing pages, your ads, wanting to know, your remarketing ads, the visits coming in. So it's great to know, what do you want to view, how you want to view it across the board, and the information behind it. When are they coming in? We timestamp everything, so that way you can view that data as necessary. So you can see all of this information, and you can see all of this data, and you can build reports as needed. And then again, as you saw, individual contacts can bring that information, and they can look at just their visits or just their contacts and everything as they need to. So a lot of great information that you can build in with your active visits. So we've talked about emails and the statistics. We've talked about the visits, the landing pages, and everything. And I'd shown you briefly in the slides a campaign automation, but I'd really like to view the an actual campaign automation. So the one we showed in the slide was kind of a nurturing slide. You're going to send out information when they first come to the website. So all of these are new leads. We're going to send out information just based on what they're interacting with on the website or emails. And then we're going to continually send those out and continue nurturing them. But another great option of using campaign automation is event management. So this is a demo campaign automation that I have built out. So we're kicking off this event with a marketing list. So we have a marketing list. We based on different criteria that we have in CRM. So it's using the CRM marketing list capabilities. We're going to start it off with the marketing list. We might have some people that want to manually add to their to this campaign. So if you have salespeople or account managers that they've met somebody and they want to add them and invite them to this event, they can manually add them from their individual contact record. So our first series can actually be nothing to do with sending information out to the contact. So the first series is using CRM's tasks in creating an event room, ordering catering, print out materials, calendar invites. So what this is going to do is it's going to create tasks in CRM with reminders so that you remember to book all of these things and then send out that internal invitation so that everyone knows when the event is. So that's the first thing. That's internal. So the first thing that we want to do to our actual contacts is send the invite out. So we have our series. We can email the invitation, and then we're going to wait 3 days before anything additional happens. So there's a lot of capabilities that we can have under the actions and timers. We have wait timers and date timers, campaigns, responses, but I'll show you how you'll use them throughout your campaign. So we're going to send the invite out. As you can see here, these are green and red paths. Green means there's been some type of an interaction. So we sent that original email, and then we have a trigger. So we have submitted form, interaction, list management. We have a lot of triggers that you can do. Our first one is an email interaction, meaning we sent the invite, they clicked on the link. The second one, which I'm not going to go into because it's just another email with the form. So because they actually clicked on the link and they want to register, it actually takes them to the form and they fill it out. So that's our second trigger. They have hit submit on our invitation or on our registration form. Once they have done that, it's easy. So that's an easy series. You sent one invitation, they hit register, they filled out the form. So now we're going to remove them from our invite list. We're going to add them to a registration list. We're going to send them a confirmation email saying thank you for registering. We're going to notify maybe a specific user, the marketing team, maybe it's the owner of that contact that they have registered. And then we're going to start sending out our reminders. So we're going to send out, we have a timer, a date timer that's set for maybe 3 to 4 days later or a specific time, and we're going to send out a reminder. And then maybe the day before the event, we'll send out a final reminder. Again, if we could have an event where this is exactly what happened every time someone received the invite, clicked on it, and registered, that'd be fantastic. On the other hand, that's not typical. As you know, we spoke earlier, you might have to send out additional invites. So this negative path means that no one has registered or they didn't fill out the form. So they received it, they clicked on the first link, but they didn't fill it out, or they haven't clicked on any link. So then we're going to send out another invitation. So maybe after a few days, we'll send out another invitation. Again, they fill out the form, they go through the same process. Second, if they still didn't fill out that form, so Dynamics CRM actually has the capability, or I should say Dynamics 365, actually has the capability of being able to find out if your customers are top clients or they're clients that have their target clients. So what we want to do is we're actually going to utilize workflow. So if they haven't registered for any of your events, they received multiple emails, but they are a high priority account, we're actually going to have CRM Check. We're going to notify the owner of that account, and then we're going to create an activity to have them call and personally invite them to the event. If they're high profile and they've received multiple invites, we want to make sure that they know we value them as a contact or as an account. If, on the other hand, we run that workflow and they're just one of our typical clients and they don't register, that's fine. What we'll do is we'll just add them to the did not register list, and we might have a completely separate campaign that we send out asking, you know, what are you interested in? Is there something different? Is this not, is there something completely different that you'd like to see? Would you like to be removed from these kind of things? You know, we can do a lot with this if they didn't register for the event. So there's a whole campaign automation that we have beyond this. As you can see, we've got a lot of emails, we've got forms. All of that's going to be tracked in CRM under the campaign. It's going to be tracked under the contact. It's going to be tracked under the email. So statistics across the board that we can have within each of these. The campaign automations themselves have their own statistics that you can view. So this is actually going to show you where people are going throughout your campaign. So you can see the details and see who stopped, who continues going and everything, and you can see what the general view and track is. Our participation list would actually give you a full list of each person. So this is just my demo one, but it can give you a full list of each person that has interacted with your campaign. If you were to click on their name, it would give you their campaign automation, and it would be highlighted of their track. So you could see this, and then you can go back to your builder. You can pause, you can change this as needed, you can view this once you've published it. You can pause it and change it and resume it anytime. You can do that for any of these and everything, and all of our activities. So all of our features, our emails, our campaign automations, our landing pages, our forms, everything can be cloned. So if you do multiple events a year and you have a very typical automation that you would choose with just different activities within or different templates within, you can actually clone the campaign and then change them as needed. So that way you can have the, you don't have to recreate every single time. So that's a high level of the campaign automation, a lot of the details, bringing everything together and having that capability. What I'd like to show you now is some of the dashboards and the information behind it. So the first dashboard that I want to show you, I'm actually going to go back here, is to show you just a month-over-month dashboard. So this is our newsletter campaign dashboard. So here we're going to be able to see what the month-over-month statistics are of all of our newsletters. So we have the last two newsletters. We have our deliveries, opens, clicks, unsubscribed, and spam. We can see what that information is month-over-month, March over April. If we scroll down our next views, we can see what our opt-ins are by month. So we can see each month who's opted in, our unsubscribes month-over-month, our deliveries month-over-month, and then our social sharing. So we can see what this information is. It's very great statistical value, but we can see what the information is just as you're going. So year over year, month-over-month, you can see this detail. Email events, we can see what our top clicks are across all of our newsletters. So as we're sending these newsletters, you're going to have a lot of links that are similar or a lot of links that you'll have across the board. What are people the most interested in? Our newest release, we do releases quarterly. This year we're actually moving to monthly. These, of course, are the top links. Everybody wants to know what the newest features are coming out each month. So these are definitely great value dashboard. It's a lot of good information on here. But what I'd like to kind of end with a little bit here is an ROI dashboard for marketing. So this is actually a campaign dashboard. This is an ROI. So I've gone through each of the individual features. We've sent out a full campaign. There's a lot of different things that we have going on. This first graph is actually going to tell me everyone that's come to our website for this campaign. So this is a landing page. It's an ebook that I actually showed you earlier that I registered for. So all of the people coming to this ebook landing page, I can see what it is. So these are all the people coming in month over month. This next graph actually tells me what referred them to the landing page. So regardless of how they got there, this actually tells me what it is. Search engine, email, direct traffic. Unknown might be from a different ClickDimensions page, or something that we're not really tracking. You can actually look within each of these to find out what the unknown is, or maybe that's a social networking site. Could be ads. Depending on what it is, it would show right here and show the referring type to your landing page, what activities are actually working. Of everyone coming in, we had that form. So everyone that filled out the form, we can see our leads month over month. So we can see who's filled out that form, requesting information, requesting, that ebook, whatever it is. We can see all of our leads generated month over month. Based on everyone that filled out that form, who has moved on? So as we nurtured these campaigns, so we've sent out the information, they're moving along the nurture, how many were opportunities created from those leads? And then finally, the actual closed revenue. So utilizing CRM's reporting, their source campaigns, and then bringing in the data from your marketing activity, this is all showing in real time. So every time a lead is created, an opportunity is created, or an opportunity is closed as, a win or revenue generating, this dashboard is actually going to be updated in real time. So at any point of the day, time, week, or month, a marketing person or a manager or a CEO can look at this dashboard and see what the ROI is. You could build this off with multiple campaigns to see what all of your campaigns are doing against each other. It can be a very specific campaign. There's a lot of different information that you can bring in and data you can use within. And then each of these, if you wanted to look more detail, you can enlarge your individual dashboards to see the information. Or if you wanted to look at the records to generate, so I'd mentioned the unknowns, you could actually view this the records that generated these graphs, view the information behind it. It's going to bring up that link. You can click on your purple unknown, and then you can look and see what those unknowns are. They're, of course, referring hosts from, specific syndications, from global, locations and everything, so we can see what that is. So they're not necessarily unknown. We just don't track that specific host. And we haven't classified it, whether or not it's a search engine or anything, which we could definitely do by looking it up. But you can see the data behind each individual record and capability. So a lot of great things, a lot of things that you can do within the campaign, and a lot of things that you can view across your data. But I wanted to bring that in as needed and show you kind of the live environment. So here's all of the information. Any questions, anything else that you need, I'm going to pass it back to Andrew.